What's up? Today we're going to be checking out the ECHO S-Line DD3. Is it Eco? Is it Echo? I don't know. We've always called it Eco Star. So I'm just gonna go with ECHO S, but tell us in the comments, is it Echo, is it Eco? I don't even know how you're gonna be able to tell us in the comments because you're gonna probably spell it the same. Yeah, tell us in the comments. Alright guys, my name's Matt. Thanks for checking out Sidearm Productions. Today we're going to be doing another disc review. This time we're checking out the ECHO S-Line DD3, one of the newer molds from Discmania. Every single one of these we've got today that we're going to be tossing are 175 grams. Initial feel, plastic is a little bit softer than I think the regular S-Line plastic that you're going to feel in like the regular DD3 cloud breakers and stuff. And even Discmania on their site is already saying that the high-speed turn on this is not as close to a -1 as it is close to a -2. So a little bit more high-speed turn expected versus the regular DD3 S-Line cloud breaker, which is also being reported that these just fly a little further because of that high-speed turn. So we're gonna check them out and get back with you at the end, let you know how they fly for us, and hopefully give you an idea if this is something that you're gonna like. All right, so we got a chance to throw the ECHO S-Line DD3. First thing I'm gonna note is about the plastic. It's a little bit softer than the standard S-Line. To me, the grip feels better. It's actually getting closer to kind of the old school Innovastar plastic in my opinion, maybe even a little softer than that. So I really enjoyed the grip. Stability was pretty good. It's definitely not as overstable as the standard S-Line DD3s. We had a few out here that we just kind of threw for comparison just to get a feel for the difference. I will say I'm still not, at least for these being pretty much brand new, I'm not a big fan of backhanding it. Most of the throws we threw today were in a tailwind. We did throw some back in a headwind, and I think maybe for a backhand disc, especially if they beat in a little bit more, I might enjoy throwing them into a headwind better than a tailwind. I enjoyed them for forehand a lot. They stood up and then just went real straight. I did throw a couple just for fun, kind of big flex shots, and I think my furthest throw was just over 400 feet today. So that's huge. Granted, tailwind, slight downhill at this field, so kind of ideal conditions for that. But even just throwing them on a hyzer that flips up not even all the way to flat, I got a couple of them out to 375. So I was really happy with the distance I was getting on forehands. Backhands in the same conditions, tailwind, I was probably threw my furthest one just past the 350 flag. But no matter what, they have stability at the end. They're only gonna bomb further and further as you beat them in. So I definitely think if you're a medium range arm type of guy, this can add a little distance, especially if you're big into the forehands. Backhand wise, I don't throw quite as far with my backhand. Generally don't throw overstable or even really that high speed of disc backhand at all. So I throw usually max out around 350, and I was getting pretty much the same distance with these in a tailwind. Overall, I really like the disc, and I have to say, this might be the first disc that we've reviewed that I might actually consider putting in my bag. What it might replace for me would be my Millennium Falcon. Very, very similar. The Falcon flips a little bit more right out of the box when it's brand new, but I can see these working its way to a direct replacement to that after you beat them in. Otherwise, they're gonna handle power a little bit more and be a little less finicky, I think, to get that max distance throw out of them. Again, I really enjoyed it. I'll let these guys tell you what they thought about it.
So yeah, throw the DD3, ECHO, we're not sure on that still. ECHO Star, ECHO S-Line. So after throwing the disc today, I enjoyed it. It's definitely overstable for me. I still had to throw it on an ante every time. Unless I played a big hyzer line, it was fine. Obviously, me throwing a bigger hyzer line, shortening up my distance, I was still getting consistently 280, 300. I had a few up there in the 300s, but I will say it took a lot for it to get there. I still have plenty other discs in my bag that I would use before this one. The plastic in itself, though, I liked. Real smooth in this grass. I mean, you hit, it skips, it's gonna keep going straight. So I really enjoyed that part of the disc. I like the plastic. It was nice to have so many we threw. One was beat up, so you kind of had an idea what they're gonna feel like in a few months. I mean, if you threw it a lot, you probably get really used to it. So somebody like me on a lower end, the lower arm, it's a useful disc.
Got invited out here to throw the ECHO DD3s, and I actually bag a lot of DD3s. I carry 5 of them. The thing I really like about the ECHO is that it filled that hyzer flip disc for me at a high speed. It kind of just fits in well with all the different runs that I carry of the DD3s. This one I see myself throwing it more on a backhand than a forehand because it's my max distance backhand disc. I didn't expect it to throw as well as I do with this for only having it for a month, but I could pop it out on hyzer, let it flex, and it finishes pretty strong still. Stabilityness is still there, like the regular DD3s, the cloud breakers, and the color glows. Another thing I like about it is that it absolutely crushes no matter how you throw it. If you get it on a good rip, it's gonna go far. Today I threw a forehand 420, which is probably about my max distance, and I actually reached 405 with a backhand today, which I have had trouble getting the 400 on backhands. Definitely see myself using this disc for a while, probably wait for it to get super flippy and start using it as a roller disc, and I see that happening probably within another month or two of playing with it. The plastic is a little bit softer than a cloud breaker and the regular S-lines. Other than that, I think anyone can really throw this disc depending on how they want to throw it. Headwind, tailwind, it still has a ton of glide no matter which wind it is. Forehand with it, I was kind of skeptical. I never really threw it on a forehand until today, but it just pops up so nice, gets a little bit of turn and finishes strong. It bombs, man. It really goes far. It's added probably about like 40 to 80 feet on my forehand and another 30 to 50 on a backhand for me, and I'm getting pretty consistent with it.
All right, guys, thanks for watching Sidearm Productions. If you enjoyed this video, consider clicking subscribe. I'll leave a link right here to our last disc review if you want to check that one out. And I will leave a link at the very end of the video that'll go to all of our disc reviews. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.